Hi, I'm Elizabeth Knox from MatchPace. I sat down with Rebecca Brooks, who's the founder and CEO of Alter Agents, to talk about our year-long partnership. At the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, their team transitioned really well from everyone being co-located in an office to working remotely. They started to realize that their team was getting burned out. They had heard about the 4-day work week and wanted to give it a try, but unfortunately, not long after trying it out, they realized it was causing more stress for their team. Instead of throwing up their hands in defeat, we worked together to find a solution that helped them continue to deliver service excellence to their clients while still meeting the needs of their team. Take a listen to my conversation with Rebecca to hear one way that MatchPace can work with your organization.
We had not transitioned well in terms of employee mental health,
Mhm.
setting like a clear, defined work versus home boundaries. And I could see that, in addition with all of the other stressors that COVID brought, just, personal and uh, everything, that the work-life balance that we really try to make core to the way we run the business was getting unbalanced in a way that we didn't really know how to solve for. I didn't think that someone like MatchPace existed to help
Mhm.
people like us. I didn't know that there was a solution out there, somebody that could partner with us on sort of navigating this problem.
So then what happened? What was it like? How did we work together?
Right. One of the things that I am so grateful for is that you ask me the questions that I wouldn't know to ask myself, or to ask of my team, and you're really insightful. And so when we were talking about, how would this work, and how would we support our teams in doing so, just the way that you were, from your perspective and your expertise, sort of framing the challenges for us and identifying, like, I remember so clearly you talking about the cost benefit, right? Like every decision you have has a consequence, and so it's about figuring out which consequence you're most comfortable
Mhm.
living with. And so I think that was really, really helpful. And
I'm really glad to hear that because I actually remember that moment when you guys decided that the 4-day work week wasn't working. You were like, so I guess that's the end of our work. And I was like, wait, it was a pilot. We were supposed to see if it worked. And that to me, actually, especially right now when people are thinking about reentry from COVID and
Yeah, and that's really, like, I think that that was such a turning point for us because we felt really defeated by that. We felt really frustrated, and so there was a lot of feeling of like we're overwhelmed, we're overworked, there's no solution forward, and it was kind of a dark moment. And what was so great was in conversations with you that you were able to say, like, this is one of many options, and let's look at some other things that we can do, and sort of went a bit back to the drawing board and talked about, like, okay, what again is the problem that we're solving for. I think that you really gave us a lot of clarity on other ways, different ways that we could think about it. And so I don't want to spoil it, but we ended up coming with a solution that's been fantastic, and
yeah,
everybody's been really, really happy with it. And we wouldn't have gotten there, we would have just thrown up our hands,
yeah.
um, if you hadn't helped us through it. Every time you show up, you are 100% committed and connected to what we're doing. And I feel like you care as much about our company as we do. And so when I've worked with other consultants and other coaches and other things, and I think this relationship has felt very much like you're a team member,
Mm.
um, as opposed to an outsider. And I'm so super grateful for that.
Thanks for joining us in this highlight reel. We hope it gave you an idea of what it's like to work with MatchPace. You can check out our website for more information. And if you need help working well and living well, give us a call.